Hello and welcome everyone, I'm Madals and this is game number 3 of a best of 3. That means everything is on the line. The winner of this game wins the series, the fame, the glory, the fangirls, everything, it all comes down to this. But yeah, let me introduce these two players. Up in the top right, we've got the red Protoss player from Team XMG, it is ToD. And his opponent in the bottom left, the blue Zerg from Team Liquid, TLO. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this game because last game, of course, TLO went for a 6-ball. He hasn't done that this time. I did keep an eye out on the production tab. So, well, what is he going to do? Is he going to go for something normal? Maybe. Is he going to go for ultra drops again? God, I hope he does. Meanwhile, ToD, first game, Mass Voidway, won him. Second game, not Mass Voidway, lost it. Third game, is he going to go back to what he knows and what works? It would make sense too. He could also try some other stuff, of course. Immortal Sentry push is really good on Neoplanet S because, yeah, you can get it down. Interestingly though, ToD actually going for either a Nexus first or a Gateway Expand on Neoplanet S. And to be honest, pylon on the low ground on this map has to be the easiest thing in the world. So it'd be quite interesting knowing why ToD hasn't done that this game and has gone for the Gateway Expand. Because look at how narrow this ramp is. Or even an entrance, not even a ramp, you can wall that up so quickly and easily. Going for this Gateway Expand is interesting, but it does mean you get a quicker Mothership core out, so you start banking up energy, you can harass a bit more. Maybe that's just ToD not wanting TLO to get into his macro stage, because, of course, if you let that happen, if you let TLO start droning like a boss, then you're going to run into some problems later on. So maybe that's what's coming down. I'd have to ask ToD if I wanted to know for sure. Now, anyway, pylons getting placed, gases coming down, everything looking fairly normal. Meanwhile, on ToD's side, TLO's side, we do have the natural getting taken before a pull. Oh my god, is he? He's not actually going to go. He's going to go hatch pull. He's what? What? Yep. Here we. Yeah. TLO. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. So, game number 1, TLO went pull, hatch, into a quick third. Quite normal against the Forge Fast expansion. Took a little bit of damage early on, but held off quite nicely. Now, game number 2, TLO was like, ultra aggressive, let's go for a 6 pull. And did a little bit of damage. This game, he's just like, let's just go hatch pull. And just see how passive we could actually be. Luckily, when hatch pull gas, if he'd gone hatch gas pull, I would have think that he needed to take his special pills in the morning, because seriously, that would be bonkers, especially against the Gateway Expand. ToD though hasn't actually scouted this yet. As far as he knows, it's a 6 pool again. If we take a look at ToD's vision, he's just like, I'm just sitting here, you know. What's the worst that's gonna happen? It's not like he'll 6 pull me. Oh wait, he did that one time. But he does have, obviously, the Gateway down, which he's not getting a Zealot out of. The 6 pull would have hit already too, so that's all fine. But yeah, hatch pull. What is the advantage of this build? Well, one, you get out a great economy. You get good production. Your third base is up super quick. You're going to be a base up on your opponent pretty much instantly. Actually, you're going to be 2 bases up on them for a while. Good times. Downside to hatch pool is dying. Your spawning pool finishes way later, and just 1 Zealot can really annoy you. 2 queens already on their way. A third one probably going to get queued up very soon, because obviously you want those 3 queens coming down. Starting them as the natural and third first, either just because he's hotkeyed all of his hatcheries and just pressed it twice, or it's because he wants to prioritize those 2, because they don't have as many drones, which would make more sense. You want to get the injects going at the bases where you've got the fewest drones, so then you can get the lava out and it's quicker mining time. If you inject into the main, then they have to walk down there, or hover down there, or whatever it is the drones do. Now, ultimately, that could just be me reading into it a bit much, but I like to think that TLO's that planned out with what he's doing. Now, third queen not getting started up yet, quite interestingly actually. Just going to be saying it too, the Mothership core coming over, going to see this third hatch, and you can be like, wow, that was early. And this can't really be punished actually, because ToD has gone for 3 gates as opposed to 4. He's getting a forge up behind this, so he can't even go for that 4 gate pressure off of 2 bases. That would actually be really effective right now. Instead, he's just going to be macroing up himself, getting some good upgrades. No tech even being thrown down quite yet, but that's probably going to be next on the cards, either a Robo or a Stargate. So, got to keep an eye out for that. A couple of Lings getting forced onto the ground here by TLO. He's getting his Evo chamber down. The third queen is still not down. That's actually quite interesting that he hasn't gone for that third one. Only just getting started. I'm going to actually class that as a bit of a mistake and not intentional, because there's no reason for him to delay that far. You want to get those injects coming down really as fast as you can. Small supply block on the cards, unless, of course, TLO does start up some overlords pretty soon, which I'm sure he will. These two gateways getting scouted. This is actually an important scout, seeing only two there and not seeing, say, a third gate behind, because when it's been a gateway expand, you'll know what your opponent's doing. This overlord coming in, is it going to see the forges? It very well may if it keeps... Yeah, it turns. Going to see the pylon. Going to come over and say, what? By that pylon sees one forge. Does he see the second one? Did he see it? No, not quite. Ah, so ridiculously close, but still knows there's one forge there, so that alone is a bit of a giveaway. Saw it researching something as well. It's the 1-1 upgrades coming down here for ToD, so he is going to be able to move out. That means Zealots are going to be highly effective up against Zerglings, and also just Stalkers are going to be good against Roaches. Generally, getting those upgrades down, very potent. The proxy pylon in the center of the map has been found by these Lings. Couple of Zealots going to be warping in, just going to try and take those out, but a lot of Zerglings coming in are going to try and deal some damage, but the Stalker coming down from the side will save that pylon for the moment. The third hatch is in a little bit of trouble. Spinecall is coming down. TLO got the spores, just making sure that he was safe from any air aggression or things like that, or DTs. But yeah, 1-1 upgrades coming down here. Melee again, so this could be a quick tech up into Ultras, but ToD clearly not feeling it. Instead, going to go and try and take his third base fairly soon. Got that pro pulling up there. The pylon in the center of the map is going to get taken down very damn quick, and this is now just a lot of speedlings out in the field. And actually, quite a lot of this army is just sitting there. May even force a mass recall if it gets surrounded, because to be honest, ToD does not have enough units to engage this many Lings. The force fields are going down, and they are very good, but that's a lot of energy being used. The Zerglings can just pull back, more flooding across the map as well. ToD, he's got to be careful here. He's got enough energy for a couple more force fields, 3 more I think, and yeah. If this round comes down nicely, which it does seem to be doing, then of course the Zealots can start taking a lot of damage. 1-1 is done for the Zealots, not done yet though for the Zerglings, so that means the trades are going to go very nicely. Couple of Banelings morphing in here. This is scary times. +1 Carapace is now done. That means the Zealots will once again take 3 shots to kill a Zergling, not 2. But a couple more pylons coming down. TLO wants to deny this third base. He's got the Banelings there. He's got more Banelings morphing. He may go for the double push into the natural and into the third, knowing the army's up here. What is he planning on doing? A lot more Speedlings getting flooded out across the map. He's going full aggressive mode. Is ToD in a position where he's going to be able to defend this? A couple more pylons getting thrown down. Just trying to keep these tight chokes. But it's the natural that's going to get sieged. The mass recall is going to have to be used. The force field goes down. The mass recall is not there yet. Units coming from the back. ToD is just going to try and walk through here. The Banelings not connecting on the gateways. Additional cannons being thrown down, additional pylons getting thrown down, but for the moment, with those force fields, the gateways will be saved. The cannons obviously on their way, and this nice little pylon wall off is going to be quite nice, but the gateways getting taken out will hurt ToD's production in the later stages, but the next wave of pylon blocks is going to be frustrating. TLO, feeling like he's got the map dominance, actually taking this gold base in the center, not something you often see, and getting ready to switch it up into a spire. So that's coming down. He can go into Mutalisks pretty hard, pretty fast, especially when he's mining off of 6 gas and only really getting Lings and upgrades. He's not even started 2-2 yet, so all of his gas is getting banked up at the moment. That is an important thing. We can see that quickly rising. The spire's still a long way done. He's going to be in the cards to get out like 12, 14 mutas, +1 attack as well if he wants to, as soon as that spire's done, as long as he's got an equal number of minerals. Morphing in a couple more Banelings, so that will soak up some of the gas, but of course ToD, he has secured up this third. He's had to put down a couple of cannons, but look at this Sim City, really nice wall-offs all the way around, just making sure that actually Zerglings can't come flooding in, and that's a really important thing because that allows these force fields to be exceptionally good. Like 2 force fields here, definitely going to wall that off, may even be able to do it with 1, and what that means is that the Zergling Baneling force is going to be less effective. Ooh, the Hallucinated Phoenix on its way through, another one coming from the bottom of the map. Is the Spire going to get seen? Well, it's in the main base, and while one of the Hallucinated Phoenix did get taken out, the second one coming from the bottom is going to be able to get the scout down. TLO getting out those 5 Mutalisks, also opting for +1 Carapace as a +2, +1 Flyer attack. Quite an interesting choice there, but the Spire now getting scouted. Already done though, that doesn't leave much time for reaction. The Templar Archives is done, Blink is getting immediately thrown down. If ToD feels this is a big threat, might start up the double Stargate, but it'll be a bit difficult to do now because he's already getting 2-2, so Blink Stalkers can deal with it for a while. Obviously with Tempest, High Templar, a few Sonic Storm could be really nice, so that's always the things you are going to be looking out for, but the harassment going to be coming down. A couple of additional cannons going to get started around these fringe bases, just trying to deny really those Mutalisks from doing too much when they do come out, but here they are, they're on their way across. ToD is going to have to defend quite nicely here. The sentries could take a lot of damage. Guardian Shield gets thrown down. The cannon is not yet done. The sentry's getting focused first. And of course, that's a very gas-intensive unit. A couple of Stalkers there, a big mass recall. And that means that TLO is just going to head straight up towards the third. The double pylon there. This is ToD really just walling off this base, trying to make sure that, hey, I don't want you getting through. But the Zerglings are Mutalisks just focusing straight down there. Another mass recall back. ToD just bouncing around his different bases with the aid of that Mothership Core. But it is now completely out of energy. So the natural is going to be the target. Once again, that Zealot is going to get taken out very quickly. Zerglings streaming forward. This is a bit of a problem now because, of course, this Nexus is going to get targeted down. And, of course, Zerglings can start streaming up into the main. The Photon Cannon's doing a great job against the Mutalisks, but it's the main that's getting targeted now. The Zerglings coming up. ToD is struggling to get through, though. His own tiny little choke. The natural falls. Things are looking fantastically good for TLO at the moment. ToD's main is also going to go down. He's down to just this one mining base up against the 4, including this gold at the center of TLO. TLO pumping out more Mutalisks. He's got a good amount of economy. He's picking off the Templar Archives. He's picking off the Cybernetics Core. That means no more sentries, no more Stalkers, nothing that can shoot up. Of course, Blink is about to be done. The Mutalisks are getting somewhat trapped, but how many are there here? Well, there's 16 down up against 18 Stalkers, 1 Archon, and 8 Sentries. Not the best defense. The cannons are going to have to do a lot to try and help here. Good blink forward. The Archon as well, getting a couple of shots off, but the Mutalisks managing to escape. I don't think one went down there, so that means 2 minutes at the most. TLO being greedy, taking the other gold base as well. So he's going up to 5 bases, both of which, 2 of which are gold. That's going to mean he's got a huge income at the moment. If we take a look at this, 2,100 minerals a minute. He's mining 800 gas a minute. He's getting out a lot of Mutalisks. +1 coming down. +1 flyer attack, of course. Carapace is done too. And this is now TLO going to come in and try and do a bit more damage. Probes long distance mining. ToD's economy has been so badly hurt. A couple of Zealots getting picked off here. The Zealots are getting taken down. That just means a big flood of Lings could be highly effective. The Mothership Core is about to scout that this gold base getting taken in the center, knows the other gold base is there, but can ToD punish it? Well, good supply block is going to be very helpful for him, because it means the less Mutas are going to be coming out, but there's already 30 Mutalisks on the field. +1 flyer attack is getting close to being done, and that's when things are going to be difficult. Cancel goes down there, couple of Spine Callers here. TLO trying to decide, can I get a little more money from this base, and he is going to be able to squeeze it out. But it's going to be fairly close. But he knows that taking out this third means that ToD is going to have no mining bases. The cannons focus down very quickly. And this means ToD now is down to no income. He's got no Nexus. He's being forced to try and attack here. But with so many Mutalisks and, of course, the Cybernetics Core still not rebuilt, that means no more Stalkers can be coming down. 3 upgrades are on their way. But things not looking too comfortable at the moment for ToD. TLO, all he's got to do is really bring these Stalkers back, start whittling down this army, and he knows he's going to be safe. The natural is getting retaken down. This is a problem for ToD. He doesn't have enough money to rebuild another Nexus, and if it goes down before he reaches that mark, then that means no more income this game. It does get taken down. Just 15 resources short. All TLO has to do now is pick up that army, and he's won the game. It's that simple. He's got drones out. He's got bases to return that money to. This top left base will be forced to cancel, but it looks like TLO going to go for the base trade at the moment. Not quite sure how I feel about that, because, well, there's still a good army down here, and I think that actually 17 Stalkers, 1 Archon, and 8 Sentries cannot deal with 35 Mutalisks. It's that simple. But clearly, this is just TLO wanting to make sure that ToD doesn't have any more options. ToD must have cancelled some stuff, does have enough money now to rebuild a Nexus, but only just. He doesn't really have much money here at all. The Mutalisk coming back, only 1 hatchery, and this bottom right one still remaining. The drone count is sitting at 19 at the moment, so TLO isn't completely out of the woods. This has been a very effective base trade for ToD, but I just still think that in a head-up engagement with these Lings here as well, there's the possibility that these Mutalisks can just push straight in. There's 37 Mutas up against 17 Stalkers. One upgrades are done for air up against 2 for the Stalkers. A good number of Spine Callers here. Frankly, this is TLO just saying, like, I'm going to try and engage you at the Spines, because that's what I want to do. Picking off a couple of units where he gets the opportunity to. Wants to take minimal losses, because trading will be very good with these Mutas. He's clumping them all up. Crazy animations going on there. But yeah, these Mutas are going to get ready to start poking. ToD in a lot of trouble. But TLO hasn't won this game yet. The bottom right base is going to be critically important. 2 drones there. They need to start mining, and that base needs to not be discovered. The main is still mining. Quite a nice little bit of income, though, so that's still good for TLO. ToD is trying to take this top left base, but the Mutalisks are on their way up there. Are they going to spot it? They see the probe train, but don't go and react. Okay, now they are. No, they're not. Yes, they are. No, they're not. Yes, they are. They are going to go up there, so this is where TLO can take that out, and if he snipes it without the cancel going down, That means the money can't be coming back, and that of course means there won't be enough. Oh, there still isn't enough there for another Nexus. That's a problem for ToD. And here we see the Spine Crawlers are taking some damage. The Transfuse is going down. The Archon is the big risk to the Mutalisks if they clump up, but this is full on base race. TLO, he's going to be trying to come down here. He has got so many Mutas. 40 Mutalisks up against 16 Stalkers. He's over double that count. He's got to be able to push through here. The Archon's the threat. Gets focused down first, so the splash damage can't deal too much. Guardian Shield being utilized here. The sentries all go down, and now this is where the Stalkers try and get focused. The Mutalisk count still up at 30. He's trying to go through. The blinking from ToD is as best that it can be, but the Stalker count starting to dwindle down to just 10, under double digits. And of course the Stalker's now getting taken out, and I think that will be GG. 26 Mutalisks up against just 6 Stalkers. That is never going to be too much of a fun trade. This bottom right base trying to get killed by probes for one lone Mutalisk. Going to clean that out. And of course the main still stays up. There may only be 5 drones down for TLO, but he's got 2 hatches. ToD has no Nexus, so while he's got that big worker lead of 20-4, guess what? He's got nowhere to take that money to. Doesn't have enough money to start up another Nexus. I've seen people come back from bad situations, but 6 Stalkers up against 25 Mutalisks doesn't seem too good. There is, yeah, ToD thinking he donated that game. TLO gets the GG and takes this series to 1. Very close game, very fun game number 3. I hope you all enjoyed that. If you did, like the video, leave a cool comment, and of course subscribe. I get new games up daily, so I'll see each and every one of you tomorrow for yet another new cast. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.